All right, so let's take a look at some systems of equations, solving them using the substitution method, and this time we're going to throw in a word problem. Keep in mind there are different variations of word problems, and we're not going to go through them all. We're just going to tackle one here. So we are dealing with some downloads. Downloads of the 5 heartbeats, which cost $3.49 each, and downloads of the Temptations, which cost $4.49 each. I don't know if that's the case in real life. Just made it up for this problem. Were purchased a combined total of 84 times. Total revenue for all the purchases is $314.16. Exactly how many times was each biopic downloaded? Okay, so we know the total number of times that each one, the total number of times that the purchases were made together. We don't know the total number of times each movie was downloaded individually. We know the individual cost, we know the combined cost, and the, again, combined number of downloads. So after you've read the problem at least twice, okay, so it can start seeping in, you want to do a mental dump. So step 1 is going to be organizing your info. All right, so let's eke out a quick little chart and get all this stuff put into workable spaces. We know the titles. We have information about cost. We know, what is it? Some information about the number of downloads, right? And there's one more piece of information, and we'll get to that in just a bit. Okay, so let's get these titles. For the 5 heartbeats, let's just say FHB. And for the temps, let's put TT. Or just put temps. And what do we know? We know that the cost for one download of the 5 heartbeats is $3.49. And for the temps, we know it's $4.49. All right? Now, what else do we know? The number of downloads. We don't know this individually. Okay, we don't know. So we need some variables, because we use variables when we don't know things, right? So we're going to let F represent the number of individual downloads for the 5 heartbeats, and we're going to let T represent the number of, or the unknown number of downloads for the Temptations. All right, and then we're just going to move across, and it looks like we are in a space that would really require us to make a total column. All right, so let's move it along, So we're going to multiply across. We're going to have 349F, the cost of the 5 heartbeats each time, times the number of downloads, which we don't know, so the variable sticks. And we're going to do the same thing for the temps. All right, 449T. All right. Now, the number of downloads, we know the total number of downloads. So let's make a total row, because there's nothing else we can put in. Well, almost nothing else. Okay, so the number of downloads, the total F plus T gives us 84 total downloads, right? And then this over here, so let's do this. F plus T equals 84. Okay? And then over here, 349 times F times 449 times T gives us the total amount generated from the purchases, which is going to be $314.16. Okay, so real quick, do not, in this case, do not add these together and put them in the total box here. Do not do that, because that's almost the same as saying a total of 84 times each purchaser bought both of these. Okay, and then you would be saying this would be, I think, 798. 798 times 84 equals something. It's 600 and something. It's not 314. And that would be a dead giveaway that you are moving in the wrong direction. Okay, that didn't happen. These were possibly, it's possible that these were all purchased separately, or these were both purchased separately. So do not combine them. And to keep yourself from adding them, just shade in the box. Don't leave it blank. Don't write not applicable. Just no text. Just go in and shade in the box. All right. So, all right, we can now move on to step 2. And step 2 is write equations. Okay? Remember, our equations are just sentences. That's all they are. Something happened and something happened as a result. Okay? And it's a system because we have, even system might be an embellishment, but we have more than one equation related to, we have one equation related to at least another equation. And they are related. They are conjoined at a point. Their variables mean something in each equation. So let's start with this one. Okay? F plus T equals 84. This number of 5 heartbeats downloads plus this number of temptations downloads equals 84. Okay? And now we are going to write a sentence, an equation for this information related to the money. And that's something else I want to point out. So this equation is related to the number of items downloaded, while this equation is related to the money generated, or the money earned, total money earned from all the downloads. Okay, let me get another color. So we'll say 349 times F, because we don't know how many F's were bought, plus 449 times T, because we don't know how many T's were bought, equal 314.16. All right. So step 3 is going to be set one equation equal to a single variable. Okay. Do the easiest one. Make sure it's the easiest one. In this case, the easiest one is F plus T equals 84. All right. So make sure you get that note, because she's going away. I need this real estate. So you can pick either. I'm just gonna pick F. So let's subtract T from this side and T from this side. All right, bring down F equals 84 minus T. Okay. The total number of purchases minus the number of temptations purchases equals the number of 5 heartbeats purchases, right? But for now, F, all we know is that 84 minus T equals F. Now, step 4 is going to be to plug in result of step 3 into equation. In this case, I recommend plugging it in over here. If we plug this back into here, we're going to end up with 84 equals 84. We'll just be canceling out the t, and it can become funky if you're already confused. So I hope you got this step 4 down, because I'm going to erase it in a bit. All right. So wherever we see f, let's plug in 84 minus t, because that's equal to f again. All right, so 349 times 84 minus t, got it? Plus 449t equals 314.16. Now, okay, we can cross those out. We're done. We're going to distribute. So our 349 times 84. Don't talk about my calculator. It works. Waste not, want not. 293.16 minus 349t, because we distributed there too. And we're done with these, so we can cross those out. Plus 449t, which we brought on down, equals 314.16. We're done with that one too. Okay, getting a little clarity. We can now combine like terms. We have like terms, let's combine them. But first, let's bring down this 293.16. Get rid of it. We're done. You can look at this. The answer might be obvious to you, but I recommend using your calculator or trying to solve it by hand anyway, because sometimes our minds play tricks on us. Okay, 293.16 plus 1 equals 1t, sorry, 314.16. We want to isolate t, so let's subtract 293.16 from both sides. Okay, so we are left with t. We can just get rid of the 1 because it's the same thing. It's just 1t. T equals 314 minus 293. 314.16 minus 293.16 equals 21. All right. So we finally have a completely isolated variable, right? We have this t equals 21. Now this one, it's okay to plug it in anywhere. It won't spin us in circles if we plug it in here. So let's try plugging 21 in here with into our easy equation. All right, so step 5. Plug step 4 into either equation. Let's see. F plus t, which is 21, equals 84, right? Can you see that? If we subtract our 21 from both sides, F equals 63. Okay? So now we can plug this in up here and see if it's true. So step 6 is to plug in all values and see if they make sense. So we said F plus T equals 84. F is equal to 63. T is equal to 21. And they should be equal to 84. Let's see. 3 plus 1 is 4. 6 plus 2 is 8. Does it check out? Does it? It looks like it does to me. it works. You can also plug these values into the longer equation. Let's do that because we can never be too sure, right? One more time. Okay, is it 339? 349 times, what is F? F is 63 plus 449 times 21, which is T, equals what? 314, 16. 349 times 63. Oops, sorry. $3.49 times 63 gives us $219.87 plus $4.49 times 21, which equals $94.29. You got it? Set equal to 314.16. Now let's add these together and see what we get. So 94.29 plus 219.87 gives us 314.16. Does it check out? It looks like it checks out to me. All right, 314.16, 314.16, we are good. So it's official. F equals 63, T equals 21. So there were 63 downloads of the 5 Heartbeats, and there were 21 downloads of the Temptations. And there you go. Be careful when you answer your questions if you're taking a test. If you are asked how many downloads of the 5 Heartbeats there are, you don't want to answer 84, okay? And you don't want to mistakenly insert 21. Be clear about what it is you are supposed to leave as a response. Now, prepare for your practice question. All right, let's look at this practice problem. So, we are dealing with rice. Jasmine rice costs $2.15 a pound, and basmati rice costs $2.76 a pound. A total of 54 pounds was sold, yielding a combined total revenue of $127.08. Exactly how many pounds of basmati rice were sold? Gee, how can we solve this problem? All right, so I hope what you did was organize your information, right? Step 1. So, what is it? Rice names, costs, number of pounds sold, right? And then you're going to have your total. So we know we have jasmine and basmati. All right. We know jasmine costs $2.15 a pound. And what is it? Basmati rice costs $2.76 a pound. We know that a total of 54 pounds were sold. And we know that we made a total of $127.08 from the sales. All right. So we are going to let J equal the number of items sold or number of pounds of jasmine rice sold. B is going to equal the same for basmati. Okay? Then remember we're going to multiply these two. So they're going over here. Times, and we have 215J, and we have 276B. This is going to be shaded. We don't want to make that same mistake from the last time. This problem has the exact same setup. All right, so if we add these together, we get 54. Let's write our sentences. J plus B equals 54. And for the second sentence, we have 215J plus 276B equals 127.08. Okay. Let's set, this is our equal one. Let's set it equal to one variable. All right, so let's subtract B. J equals 54 minus B. Okay, we're done with all those. So over here, everywhere we see J, we're going to insert 54 minus B. The total number of pounds of rice sold minus the number of basmati pounds equals the jasmine pounds. Okay, so 215 times 54 minus B plus 276B equals 127.08. Let's distribute after we get rid of those because we're done. All right. 215 times 54 equals 116.10 minus 215B plus 2.76 times B, which equals 127.08. And we can get rid of those because we dropped them all. Let's bring down 116.10, and then we are going to combine our like terms. So let's see what we get. All right, 215, negative 215B minus, negative 215B plus, there we go, 2.76B equals positive 0.61B. Set equal to 127.08. Done with that, we can cross it out. Now we can isolate B. So let's go on and subtract. Bring down our 0.61B and 127.08 minus, okay, 116.10 equals 1098. Let's divide by 0.61 to isolate B, and B equals, can you see that? B equals 1098 divided by 0.61. B equals 18. So apparently there were 18 pounds of basmati rice sold. Now let's plug it back in here. Let's see if this works. Okay, so Jasmine, plus 18 pounds of basmati equals a total of 54. Let's get J by itself. Take away the basmati. J equals 54. 4 minus 8 gives us 6. We're going to borrow. So apparently there were 36 pounds of jasmine rice sold. So jasmine rice equals 36 pounds. Basmati rice equals 18 pounds. Let's plug them in together and see if they work. All right. So, and I'm using the wrong color. All right. J plus B equals 54 pounds. Jasmine is 36 pounds, or weighs 36 pounds. Basmati rice, we have 18 pounds, set equal to 54. 8 plus 6 is 14. Carry a 1. 3, 4, 5. 54 equals 54 pounds. Ladies and gentlemen, looks like we have another winner. Looks like it checks out. Now, let's check it out over here with the longer equation. All right. 215 times J, which is 36, right, plus 276, $2.76 times 18 pounds of basmati equals a total of $127.08. Let's multiply. Once I pick my calculator up off the floor, $2.15 times 36 pounds yields $77.40. Okay, we're done with that one. Now we have $2.76 times 18 pounds of basmati rice for a total of $49.68. Set equal to $127.08. Now let's add them together. The basmati total 49.68 plus 77.40 equals what? 127.08. All right, does it check out? I think it does. All right. 127.08, 127.08. If that's not what you got, oh, wait a minute. We didn't answer the question. So here's the answer to the question. Be careful. Exactly how many pounds of basmati rice were sold? 18 pounds of basmati rice were sold. Don't mistakenly write 36. Do not mistakenly write 54 or 127.08 because this is the total amount of money made. This is the total number of pounds, combined pounds of rice sold. But there were only 18 pounds of basmati rice sold. All right? If you have practice problems or homework, go on and get to it. If I told you I was going to send you a practice sheet, check your email. See you for the next one.